Thanks for watching Roland Digs It. I'm Roland, and this wristwatch will help you become a better musician. That's right, I said it. This wristwatch will help you become a better musician. And there's so many of you musicians out there who are probably thinking, but Roland, I'm already like the greatest musician in the world. It can't possibly help me become better. Guess what? No, you're not, and yes, it can. And that's because this wristwatch has a metronome built into it, and every single musician in the world can always use a little help working on their rhythm, because it's a skill and it's the thing that you have to constantly work on. It's not something that's just in your brain and it's there, and you always have that rhythm in your brain just locked in. It takes practice. And every musician has to practice at it. And this watch, the Seiko SMW003 Alpha, this watch has professional Seiko metronome technology crammed into this little 36.5 millimeter case. It's only 9.8 millimeters thick, and it has a lug width down here of 18 millimeters. Sorry, almost misspoke there. 18 millimeter lug width. It's a gorgeous little gold case watch with this super soft, supple leather camel colored strap, and it's got suede-ish feeling underneath here. It's just a gorgeous little classy watch. For me, it's kind of nostalgic because I keep thinking like steam engines, right? Yes, it's a simple device that took cargo from one place to another. It took people from one place to another, but it was a steam engine locomotive, and that's what something like this is. It's such a simple idea. It's a wristwatch. It's a simple little wristwatch, but yet it has a really interesting, unique, cool factor of having a metronome built into it. The coolest thing about this wristwatch is that it has a metronome. At the same time, the most uncool thing about this wristwatch is that it has a metronome. So anyways, let's get right down to the overall, the watch itself. If you look in here on the dial there, you'll see that it's got two hands, an hour and a second hand. And it has beautiful gold markings all the way around inside for the metronome and for the hour markers. And they're applied. They're not like drawn on, or they're not like, just colored on. They're actually applied, so they're raised up a little bit. But on the inner dial there, you'll see 1 through 12. And you'll see that it says Seiko there. And on the outer dial, on the rehaut here, you'll see all of your tempo settings from 40 beats per minute all the way up to 304 beats per minute. That's really fast. It's got 4 buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. The right hand side is up and down. That's how you control the metronome, and that's how you set the time. And that's also how you activate the pitch control for the A and the B flat. On the left hand side, you have the sound button and you have the mode button. And those are also indicated on the back of the stainless steel case here. So I'm going to activate the mode button down here to move this little guy into metronome mode. And you'll start to see the little hand ticking back and forth. It's pretty fast right now. I could slow it down or speed it up by using these buttons here. But I'm going to turn on the sound first. So let's turn on the sound. Hear it? Going pretty fast there. We can go faster by going up, and slower by going down. And we can also hold it down, and it'll sweep the hand to a slower tempo. Lots of YouTubers have reviewed this watch, but I actually use this, and I don't know if everybody else does or not, but I'm just saying I use the stuff that I review. I don't just get it and review it and just go, here we go, so what did I think about it? No, I've tested and messed with these things. And so what I like to do, the way I use this watch, is I take the long part of the strap and I slide it into the watch strap stay here on the short end of the strap. That way it sits on its own on my desk. See how it sits there? It sits perfectly as the way I angled it. And while it's doing its little thing of keeping rhythm, I work on my rhythm. Right? Or you work on your strumming. You don't actually work on it with the instrument because it'll just drown out the sound of this. It's just not loud enough, but it is good enough to go through the motions and work on getting that that tempo locked into your head. And that's huge. That's important, because what a lot of people don't understand is that musicians don't automatically just come with a metronome in your head. And I say I almost misspoke there, because I played guitar and I played piano in a band for years, and I didn't have these tempos. It locked in my head. Our drummer was excellent at that. I was not. I had to constantly practice, and I'd always go fast. And I always start out kind of slow, and then I would speed up throughout the song, and I'd want to go faster and faster. And the drummer would have to like keep us in check, like, hey, no, slow down. You're going too fast, Roland. And so I was notorious for that. One of my biggest fears was always I would start playing a song like a Journey song, and before you know it, I'm going so fast, and the band jumps in, because usually Journey songs start out with a piano solo at the beginning, and here comes the band, and they're like, bro, you're going too fast already. That was like one of my biggest fears. So this wristwatch can help you work on that rhythm keeping. It also keeps great time. So this watch is plus or minus 15 seconds a year. It keeps excellent time. And then the third feature that it has is it has a pitch. It can give you a pitch of an A or a B flat. Say, for instance, you want to tune your guitar, or you want to sing a song and you can't remember where it starts at, but you know if you had the A key, you could find the D and start singing your song. That's what this does. We're going to go to that feature next. Hit the button, the mode button one time, and you're going to go to metronome mode. Hit that again, and it goes to the pitch feature. And you push the sound, and it gives you that pitch. Listen. Hear that? That's cool. That's the A. Yeah, that's the A. And you can cycle through A and B by using the up and down. There's your B flat. We're going to go right back to an A. The three different little bits that you heard between that's the pitch. So that's an A, right? But that's in 440 pitch. We're going to go to 442 and 443, and then to a B flat. Now the different pitches are what different types of music would use. So for instance, if you're a singer and a guitarist, you'd probably use an A and a 440 pitch. If you're playing strings or something that's lighter and more airy, and the song is a little bit quicker and more upbeat, you might use a 442 or 443 pitch. So that's stuff that's a little bit more deep in the weeds for musicians. But ultimately, what we want to focus on with this watch is just the metronome. I like the fact that it has that metronome built in there. I use that, I turn it on, I play with it, I listen to try to keep that syncopation. I try to learn that rhythm in my head so that way I can keep track of it, because I want to get better. And for you musicians out there, I'm sure it's the same for you guys who want to get better and better and better. I'm going to put it on the wrist now. I'm going to see what it looks like. I'm going to take off the Casio Duro. It actually wears slightly bigger, I think, than a 36.5 millimeter, because I have a larger wrist. I have a 7 3/4, 7.5 inch wrist, and this little guy wears really well. It doesn't look all that small once you have it on, and it feels great. It feels comfortable. The curved bowl of the case shape makes it very comfortable to wear on the wrist. I love this watch. I dig it. Roland digs it. I think you would dig it also, hopefully. Again, I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but this is one of those Japanese direct watches, so you can find it online. Just look up Seiko Metronome Watch. You can find it online, and it's usually going to cost around $230 to $300, depending on where you get it from. It comes in a variation of colors of black, silver, and then gold with the stainless steel silver looking dial there, and it's just a great little comfortable all around wonderful little nostalgic piece that you can wear. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks, like and subscribe, and I shall catch you folks next time. Play on.